guys, my name is Kara, and welcome to our world of design. Welcome to the series where we transform a lived-in home into a completely different space. Every episode will be dedicated into renovating a specific area. The living, dining, kitchen, and every corner of this home. For this episode, we will be tackling the kitchen. Welcome to the House Reno Coastal Kitchen. Hey guys, so welcome back to our House Reno series. We are now on our third episode. So if you haven't seen the first and second, please do watch it and see how we transform the entryway, the living area, and the dining area of this very happy home. And if you've been following this series, welcome to episode 3, the Coastal Kitchen. So the Coastal Kitchen is a space that we envision to be very calming. Given that the kitchen is usually the most chaotic and humid part of the home, we really wanted the interior to be an escape from that. So from the color scheme to the bits and pieces that we incorporated, we chose design elements that are relaxing yet striking at the same time. So without further ado, let's get to it. Roll video in 3, 2, 1. For the layout of the kitchen, we worked with the existing bones. We changed the layout and repainted the doors to give it a fresh look. We added shelves on both sides of the wall for styling moments and of course additional storage. As for our color scheme, we're going for that coastal vibe, a calming pastel blue, a refreshing white, and natural wood tones. And staying true to our overall color scheme, we have hints of black and greenery everywhere. So to the right of the dining area is the kitchen. So the kitchen has already been ripped apart. The doors are being repainted. This has been reconfigured to accommodate the range hood and the range. It's gonna go under here. Oh, and this is our swatch board. The paint of the kitchen doors are actually gonna be this color right here. Yeah. Styling day today. We have all our decorative pieces here, storage boxes, books and magazines, little decorative pieces. Oh, and I love this. Since we're going for that coastal vibe look, these remind me of the ocean. We have our wicker, we have textures here and there. Look at this, this is so beautiful. The blue with the beige, it's so organic. We have wood, and of course our blacks and our whites. Do small things with great love, and that's what we're about to do. So yeah, I'm so excited. Here is another print that reminds me of the coast. It's so beautiful. So yeah, let's get this started. Styling shelves is absolutely one of my favorite things to do. I love how you can play with it. I mean, I know there's a certain way way to make it look well put together, but it's balancing these little things that make it very exciting for me. And today I am going to give you tips on how I do it. So I usually group my items first, big versus small, and I segregate them. And I put in the bigger items first, just so I get an overview of the gaps that I need to fill in. And I usually put them in a zigzag pattern just to evenly scatter them out. And as you can see, we have our microwave and our toaster here. Since this is a working kitchen, we had to incorporate the appliances that we use on a regular basis. We have a designated socket behind it, so it's ready to use. So yeah, we're going to put in our bigger items first. So yeah. These usually house the cleaning supplies and, tissues and everything. The bigger items have been scattered, it's now time to place in the smaller items. And what I usually do with this is I group them by 3s or by 2s. And I guess my hack would be I usually get 2 of the same items, or at least the same design. Same design, different height, or these 2 wicker boxes, or these 2 frames. So in a way, even if you have a lot going on, there's still a uniformity. And I can show you one grouping. So say you have these wicker boxes, you can stack them together and pair it with, say, this elephant. So looking at this, you already have a variety there. You have one that's wider and you have one that's smaller. But if you feel that this grouping is lacking, you can add in, say, a potted plant, because you can never go wrong with greenery. So now you have this group, and I think it would go very nicely here. So there, playing with heights and dimensions, but looking at this, you can see that they all have very similar heights, so we have to give it a bit more spice. So let's add, say, a box. We have a smaller box, which we can stack on top of the wicker boxes. This way, you have a variety of heights. The dimensions are very different, and there's a certain playfulness to it. And another would be these 2 vases. You can group them by 2s, and then add in, say, this box, this bigger box. So you already have a grouping of 3. And I feel like this would go very nicely in this section. But you don't have to stick with the first one. It doesn't necessarily mean that the first items that you put in, that would be the final look. You can play with it however you want, and it's up to you how you'd like to visualize your shelves. As long as you're happy with what you put in, and I feel like that's enough. Different items together, say this frame with this clock. I love this clock. It's very sculptural, and so you have this pairing and then this potted plant. So you have a group of 3 that goes very nicely together. So there you have a very nice trio. So there, you have the final look. Standing from the living and dining area, we already have a glimpse of the kitchen. What will jump at you are these two very different prints, but what blends them together is the presence of greeneries. The wallpaper in the living area inspired the plants seen in the kitchen. This way, your eye gets to transition from one space to another without being overwhelmed by how different both interior styles are. To balance this wall, we have a snake plant here, and on the other side we have hanging planters in the form of basic shapes. I love how simple yet incredibly striking they are. Right behind it, you get a closer look of how beautiful the wallpaper is. This print reminds me of an elongated arabesque, which in my opinion is a very elegant pattern. The fine strokes mimic the fine lines seen in the handrails of the stairs, showcasing yet again the beauty of simplicity. The wallpaper runs through here up to half of this wall, where it peeps behind the shelving unit, which we styled with baskets for storing supplies, appliances for everyday use, and other personal and decorative pieces. Panning over the other half of this wall is our powder room as seen in episode 2 of the House Reno series. This very moody black, aside from it being a bold design element, is actually neutral grounds. This black wall helps the eye transition from the design of the kitchen to the design of the living and dining area. You see, if the wallpaper covered this entire wall, it would have clashed with the wallpaper found in the living area. So in a way, this very moody black breaks the boldness of both wallpapers, which ironically blends them better together. And finally, to make a complete 360 turn, we have the last corner of our kitchen. Looking at the before photos, you see that there was nothing here but wasted space. We wanted to maximize the walls and expand the storage as much as we could, and so that's where the idea to have this built-in shelf came into play. Directly linked to our overhead cabinets, this feels like one whole piece. As for the color, we opted for this pastel blue, which together with our beige countertop reminds me of warm sand and gentle waves on the shore, giving you that calming and relaxing coastal vibes. We also translated the coastal theme and the textures we used, as well as in the accents that we scattered all throughout. Overall, this kitchen was really transformed into a haven. It may be a different style, but it truly complements the design of both our living and dining area. I love how we were able to play with colors and prints in designing this very happy home. So there you have it, you guys, the third episode of our House Reno series, The Coastal Kitchen. I hope you guys love this makeover. I love how we were able to elevate the design of the kitchen and the design choices that we made. I also hope that you guys learned a few tips and tricks from the segment where I showed you how I style my shelves. Please comment down below your favorite part of this makeover. I would really love to hear from you guys. So yeah, for our next episode, we will be tackling the master's bedroom. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon.
Bye, you guys. Lots of love.